Our first story takes us to Hicksville to a workshop called BeautifulMe. A local couple suffered a heartbreaking loss, and they say while they can't change the past, they can provide hope for the future. And that's what they're doing for thousands of young girls with this workshop.
BeautifulMe was created out of a tremendously sad event. My 3 girls were killed in a car accident.
3 girls, 8-year-old Emma, 7-year-old Allison, and 5-year-old Katie, killed in a violent head-on collision on the Taconic State Parkway. It was July of 2009. Warren Hance's sister, who was driving the car, was also killed.
What we decided very, very quickly is that we were going to need to live for other people. We were going to need to try to set an example. We were going to need to show people that when the absolute worst thing in life gets handed to you, that yeah, it's going to knock you down and you're going to need to take some time, but then you need to figure out never how to move on, but how to move forward.
So everybody take one and pass it on down.
This is how the Hances are moving forward. They created the Hance Family Foundation in honor of their 3 girls and started a program called BeautifulMe. Courtney Wall, a family friend who lives in the Hances Floral Park neighborhood, is a physical education teacher here at Hicksville High School and has been trained to run the workshop, which teaches girls about self-esteem.
It's about finding out who you are as a person on the inside, accepting who you are, being proud of who you are, and your differences from others.
Warren says his 3 girls couldn't be more different. So by sharing stories about his girls through this program, he and his wife Jackie are urging young girls to embrace what makes them different and be comfortable in their own skin.
If you follow the program at all, there's a story about Allison, that was my middle daughter, who was not as comfortable with her body as her older sister Emma, and there's a very beautiful story about how Jackie and Allison went bathing suit shopping till Allison found something that she was comfortable in.
The first BeautifulMe group formed in September of 2009 in Floral Park, just 2 months after the accident broke the hearts of everyone in the Hances' close-knit community. It was put together to help heal the young girls who knew the family, and about 50 girls attended. Fast forward 5 years, some 15,000 girls have gone through the program. Girls like 16-year-old Gabriella Yao.
I think it's helping me already.
This was Gabriella's first BeautifulMe workshop.
Just think about a couple of the most beautiful things you think about you are.
It was really interesting to see how everyone thought about themselves and then see how others think of you.
This is the second time 15-year-old Kate Brennan is going through the program. She says it works.
I wasn't nervous to speak out loud and stuff. So yeah.
Before the program you were a little shy?
Yeah.
So it built your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney says she's noticed a difference in her students who have been involved with the workshop. She says helping to boost their self-esteem is important in this day and age.
I think now with social media and with constant contact and talking to everybody and everybody knowing everybody's business and constantly having pictures posted and things tweeted on the internet, it's hard to really see what's real in people, and this program allows you to see what's real about you and be happy with your real self.
Hi. Even at the age of 5, little Katie Hance was, Warren shares a memory he has of his then youngest daughter.
Katie, who was my baby at the time, she was 5 years old, and I can remember coming out of the shower and her standing in the mirror in the hallway, just looking at herself and me laughing at her going, what are you doing? Who's beautiful? And her answer was me. It's me, Daddy, I'm beautiful.
He says his oldest, Emma, was confident.
My strongest and my most vivid memory of her is, walking off the soccer field with her and just having her brush my hair on my arm. And, that's the first and most solid memory in my mind all the time when I get asked that question.
And his middle daughter, Allison, well, she was the party girl.
Anybody that met Allison fell in love with Allison, and it was instantaneous. It's 5 years later, and it's hard to describe to somebody that, how time stops, but it keeps moving. So you see all the other girls that were my kids' ages, and they're all older kids now. It's hard.
He says BeautifulMe keeps their memories alive.
This foundation was created to honor 3 girls. It's run by women. It teaches girls. It teaches women. And yeah, in some small way that their legacy hopefully can make a difference to somebody else.
Warren says even though Beautiful Me started because of something sad, the program is not about sadness. Instead, it's about hope.
I've learned that the more you give yourself to other people, the more you really get back in return. So, we just try to live every single day with real expectations. And some days the real expectations are just to get out of bed, just to put one foot in front of the other.
So the first thing we're going to do is I need everyone to raise their dominant hands.
Other days, it's to host dozens of girls at a workshop.
Beautiful Me's kind of given me a place in this world in some way. I never wanted to be anything in terms of, I wanted to be a father with 3 kids, running a small little business and being anonymous. This kind of took me, this incident, this situation took me out of that. It was never going to let me be that again. I'm always going to be that person that's tied to this situation. So, my girls have given me an opportunity to keep my head high about that and to walk tall and to help.
The Hanses have held this program in other states as well. Girls in Pennsylvania and Rhode Island have taken part in the workshop. Jackie Hans even ran one in France. Up next, one less thing to worry about before going on that job interview. These volunteers will help you dress to impress.
Getting a job is one thing, and wearing something nice to work is a step up.
And later, we'll meet the kids who are coming to the aid of man's best friend and other animals. You're watching Heroes on Our Island.